Okay, good evening. We are here for the Thurston County Board of Health public hearing on Ordinance H08-2020, proposing to adopt a new Article 8 of the Sanitary Code. My name is Ty Menser, Chair of the Board of Health. We have Vice Chair Commissioner John Hutchings and Commissioner Gary Edwards. I am going to, at this point, call this public hearing to order and go through an introduction, followed by a presentation from staff on the proposal, and then we'll take public testimony, if any. The topic of today's hearing is smoking and vaping in public places ordinance. The purpose of the hearing is to accept and consider public comment on the proposed ordinance, adopting a new Article 8 of the Sanitary Code for Thurston County, prohibiting smoking and vaping in indoor public places, places of employment, and certain youth-oriented outdoor public places, requiring signs to be posted where smoking and vaping are prohibited, establishing enforcement provisions of the new article, and adopting a fee for administrative review of applications to reduce the 25-foot setback where smoking and vaping are prohibited. This is a hybrid public hearing. Those wishing to testify have joined in person by Zoom or phone, emailed comment, or mailed comment. If you wish to testify, please visit the Thurston County homepage online and select Announcements of Public Hearings on the left-hand side. The information to join this public hearing remotely has been posted there. If you do not wish to testify but would like to listen and follow along, please watch the live stream through the Thurston County YouTube channel to help us manage attendance. Shelley Slaughter, the Director of Public Health and Social Services, will introduce staff, Kateri Wimsett and Sammy Berg, who will provide information on this topic. Assuming members of the public on Zoom wish to testify, I will read your name aloud. After that, we will check to find out if anyone on the phone wishes to testify. Last, I will read names on the sign-up sheet 3 at a time so that those in room 152, if any, have a chance to come upstairs for testimony. Each person will have 3 minutes to testify. Time may not be given to another person. When you are called on, please state your name and address for the record. The clerk of the board will review the timer. So the public hearing is open. Director Slaughter will now introduce staff to present background information of the proposal, written comments submitted, and any additional information requested by the Board of Health. I think we're ready to go. Ms. Slaughter, please.
Thank you so much, Commissioner. Good evening. We are here tonight to hear from the public about the proposed ordinance to establish a Thurston County policy on smoking and vaping in public places, places of employment, and certain youth-oriented outdoor public places. This local policy has been in development over the past 1.5 years to address the issue of continued impacts of secondhand smoke and vape emissions on our community's health and to help curtail a worsening problem of youth vaping. Over that time, Public Health and Social Services Department staff have briefed the board 4 times, presented to the leadership of all Thurston County municipalities, and shared information with other local groups, including business and nonprofit leaders. At a July 2020 briefing this year, the board considered the final draft of this ordinance to establish a new article in the Sanitary Code for Thurston County. And at your September Board of Health meeting, you scheduled this hearing on the proposed ordinance. We have put out this public notice of this hearing, both in the customary legal form for the county that includes the Nisqually Valley News and our paper of record, The Olympian, which was posted on September 23rd, and also through a dedicated webpage, emails, and social media. Our staff have also prepared a State Environmental Policy Act document, which led to a determination of non-significance, and that comment period, noticed in newspapers as well, ran concurrently with that of this public hearing. The opportunity for comments or appeals on the SEPA DNS and for written comments before the hearing tonight closed yesterday, October 12th. With 1 written comment received by Miss Erica Gutman in strong support of the action proposed today. The hearing news release sent out on September 29th was picked up by several local news media, Nisqually Valley News. And in the past day, after contacting our staff, Kateri Wimsett, the Olympian ran a story, and radio stations Cairo, KNKX, and Como also covered this public hearing. I would now like to turn things over to our Tobacco and Vaping Prevention Coordinator, Kateri Wimsett, and our Food and Environmental Services Section Manager, Sammy Berg, who will provide a brief overview of what this ordinance would do. Kateri, I'm afraid we can't hear you.
There we go. Thanks, commissioners. Thanks, Shelley. Hopefully you can see my screen.
You can.
So tonight I'm here to give some background information about the ordinance that we have before us before we start the public hearing. The purpose of this ordinance is really to protect the public's health from secondhand smoke and vapor emissions. It supports healthy behavior and clean air in public spaces as the norm. And it also reinforces for youth that vaping is an unhealthy behavior. The secondhand smoke and vapor aerosol are not harmless. There is no safe exposure to secondhand smoke. Additionally, we know that the aerosol that is emitted from vapor devices can contain harmful substances such as nicotine, volatile organic compounds, heavy metals like nickel, tin, lead, and ultrafine particles that go into the lungs. This ordinance will help protect our most vulnerable citizens from being exposed to these things. This ordinance also is a recommended strategy from the U.S. Surgeon General to help reduce youth vaping. In Thurston County, we've experienced a significant increase in youth use of e-cigarettes, with 48% of 12th graders having tried vaping and 32% of 12th graders currently vaping, according to our 2018 Healthy Youth Survey. This is a real concern. Teens who vape are more likely to start smoking and are also at higher risk for use of other substances. Teens who vape are often exposed to nicotine, and we know that nicotine exposure during adolescence can harm the developing brain. Policies like this set healthy behavior as the norm, not only in public spaces, and they also support our youth making healthy choices. So next, I'm going to go over and pass this over to Sammy Berg from our environmental health team to give you a brief overview of the ordinance.
Kateri,
Yep.
just a quick second here. Chris Hawkins speaking, Education and Prevention Manager. It looks like your slideshow may be not showing the actual slide that we're on, so you might need to go out of your slideshow and just go to show the slides and select the slide you want to display. Thank you.
I'm getting that done right now, I think. All right, hopefully you can see this. Yes?
You can see the.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
So my name is Sammy Berg. I'm with Thurston County Environmental Health. I supervise the Food and Environmental Services section, which also includes smoking and those types of issues. So essentially, what we're combining is the current and current smoking regulations and adding vaping to that, but also expanding beyond the indoor public places and the places of employment to include the youth-oriented outdoor spaces. Again, trying to provide the most protection we can for the youth as far as limiting where people are